Hi guys, it's Blackie and welcome back to the channel. Okay, today we're going to go a little bit deeper into summertime camping. In a recent video I showed my overnight real light set, and I included this food bag for the foods that I was going to be carrying. Now I've reconstituted it again to talk about it a second, and what we're going to talk about today is summertime heat, high humidity camping, hiking, etc. Now, when I showed that, and I showed everything in there of MREs, I've got powders, I've got crackers, I've got several other things in there to nibble on. I want to be clear on this, that when you're dealing with high summer heat and humidity, it is a killer. And so you need to focus on keeping your core temperature as low as possible, as cool as you can. And the foods and how you are going to be eating makes a big difference. Because in the wintertime, you eat hot food and drink hot liquids to stay warm. Therefore, why would you want to do that in the summertime to make you hotter? Doesn't make sense, does it? In the summertime, in the heat, you've got to change your pattern up radically from what you would do in the fall. A typical day in the summertime hiking and camping back in my youth when I did such things, if the local sunup was going to be, let's say, 6 a.m., I would set my alarm to get me up at least 45 minutes early, say about 5:15. I would be up, and immediately, as soon as that alarm went up, I had to roll over and start packing my gear right then. Go ahead and get it all packed, get everything broke down, get it set up. Yes, I know you want coffee. We don't need it right now. Yes, I know you want, let me just lay here and wake up. No. We're burning daylight. Precious time that we have to go right now. So we're going to get everything packed. The night before, we set up everything. All I got to do is put in the tent, the tarp, the bedding, the whatever. Everything else is ready to go in the rucksack. That gets folded up, put in, zoom. Then I start taking in liquids. Now, what I'm going to do for breakfast, it's probably going to be some sort of electrolyte or something like that in some flavor. Now, in the day, I was carrying, back in the old time, was Tang, powdered Tang. It gave me sugar boost, it gave me vitamin C, and it gave me liquid. So that as the first lights where I can safely see to start traveling, I'm traveling. This is the coolest point of this day. So now's the time I need to be pushing hard, trying to make those miles. And so from, let's say, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., I'm going to push hard. I'm going to try to make them miles, try to get as far as I can. At the 7 o'clock mark, I'm going to take a 15-minute break. That's when I'm going to pull my boots off, turn my socks inside out, and put them back on. Why? Because as you start exercising and getting going in the heat, your feet are going to swell. And what started out as tight enough in the morning, now your feet are starting to swell and the boots are too tight. So retie your boots. Flip your socks inside out, because your socks are based on X amount of fluffiness, we shall say. The word you're looking for, Blackie, is loft. Okay, loft. So the loft of the socks is now getting compressed. I've been working on them for an hour. Turn them inside out, get a little bit more time, and take off again. For the next hour, up till 8 o'clock, I'm going to be actively moving and refueling at the same time. That's when I'm going to bring out the jerky. That's when it's going to come out the Fig Newtons, the protein bars, the whatever. I'm up, I'm going. I've had an hour of activity now. I'm well hydrated, so I'm going to be hydrating and eating something as I go. Okay? 9 o'clock, I'm going to stop, another 15-minute break. This time I'm going to change socks, because those socks have had it. They're going to be tied to the outside of the ruck. The fresh socks can be brought out, put on, and I'm going to wolf down something else. Now I want something sweet. I want that that energy boost, I want that sugar. And that's a great time to have something. Now, there are a lot of other things out there that would work, but for me in the early days, it was sliced peaches. This is something I can drink, something I can eat. I can get back to walking and eating this at the same time. I can. Yeah, I know, Black Eddie don't like that can, etc. But don't throw it in the woods, throw it in the garbage. This, when it was done, I would crush it flat, put it back in the Ziploc bag, and then go back in the grab bag. I'd keep moving, but that's a lot of liquid in there too. And that serving those peaches is going to give me a real boost of energy, because now I've been working, I've been exercising, I need that. And by the way, the temperature now down here in the south at 10 o'clock is probably about 89 or 92 or 93. On hot days, it might be 95 already. So the thing is, the humidity's up. We got to get going and get mild, because we're going to have to stop here very shortly. Then comes about, say, 10:30, 11 o'clock, depending. We have reached the heat of the day. It is no fun to be out here anymore. And now's the time we need to be looking for our first stop place. Okay, this is not going to be our permanent camp. This is not going to be our overnight camp. This is going to be a shady, with a breeze if possible, and a water source. Stopping at our first stop, that's when I would sling up a quick hammock. Sometimes it'd be that cargo mesh hammock I talked about, I'd pull out. And I would sling me some sort of tarp over the top of it as a sunshade. That's when that emergency reusable blanket comes out that's got that shiny side on it. That would be brought out and put the shiny side up to reflect UV heat. Because from about 10:30 on, the sun is over and it's shining straight down through the trees. The trees don't give as much shade as they did because the sun's coming straight down now. So I want to get out of the direct sunlight, out of that high UV, and find me a cool place if possible, cooler, a breeze if possible, and shaded if possible. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to rest a while, at least 1 or 2 hours sitting here. Then we go to the next phase. Now we're going to bring out what we're going to be eating for lunch. We've given ourselves an hour or so to cool down. We have stayed hydrated. We have taken and utilized the electrolytes and things like that. Now notice, everything I've ingested at this point has been cold. As I had said, in winter we eat hot food and we drink hot liquids trying to bring our core temperature up. Why would you want to do that in the summer when you're already at a high core temperature and you're trying to bring the temperature down? That doesn't help. And yes, I know, someone just said, Blake, I'll drink me a couple of cups of real strong hot coffee and cool me off. I call BS. You're not cooling yourself off. What you're doing is you're jacking up your core temperature so you feel cool on the outside. The opposite of what you really need to do. If you're really in heat stress here because you've been exerting, it's hot and it's really humid and you can't cool very well, and you go to chugging that hot coffee, you could push yourself right into hypothermia on the top end, and that could be bad. So that's when I'm going to eat something. Now this is one of those Hormel things. You find them in the aisle at the grocery store, and there's chicken and potatoes, there's lots of things. This one happens to be spaghetti. These were made up to be MREs, but the military rejected them, so they sell them to you and me. They come in all kinds of flavors. They're already full of cup. You're just supposed to microwave them, or I immersion heat mine in a canteen cup. So if I want to warm this up a little, I can whip out my little canteen cup, my little Trangia, put water about halfway up it, stand it in the canteen cup like that, and warm it up for about 10 minutes, flipping it around. I do not want piping hot food. And go ahead at home and try these out ahead of time and taste them cold. See if you like the taste cold, because I like the spaghetti and several other flavors actually cold, which I've just said, it's probably 85 or 95 degrees out here right now at the time we're discussing. This ain't cold. It's that kind of temperature. So if it's close to body heat, trust me, it won't feel cold. It ain't like you pull it out of the refrigerator. But why not use some of those bowling bag meals, Blakey, where you just add boiling water to it? Glad you asked that. What that does is, again, brings your core temperature up. we're trying to avoid bringing the core temperature up. That's the reason, notice earlier I talked about eating a can of peaches, or some of them little, you know, those little small cups you get in the grocery aisle just for putting in kids' lunches. That'll be fruit cocktail, peaches, whatever, in syrup. If you don't think you can take an entire can, get those. Something like it's going to give you a boost. And most importantly, it's cool. We want to cool our core temperature if at all possible, rather than jacking it up. So do what you can to bring that core temperature down. Now I have stopped at 10:30 or 11, and I'm going to let the sun pass over, and at about 4 p.m. is where I'm going to get active again. I'm going to pat that up, grab back, and I'm going to push for another 2 to 3 hours, because the heat of the day has come over. The temperature has not dropped, but now the shadows are long, so I can stay more in shade. There's more likely an opportunity for breeze to be going on. And so it's a better opportunity for me to be out hiking and moving. Now, about 6 or 7 p.m., I'm going to pick my final campsite. I've already probably selected it by reading the map or whatever, where I'm targeting to stop. And what am I looking for? The 5 W's: wood, water, all of the above. And most importantly, I want that weather. I want a little bit of breeze, okay? I'm going to get my final camp set up for the day. Now's when I'm going to let everything calm down and cool down. I know where you're living at, you may say, Blackie, 7 p.m., that's awful late. The sun isn't really, it doesn't get dark here in the summertime until like 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So somewhere between 8 and 8:30 is when the sun is actually gone. Prior to that, it may be over the horizon, but there's enough light you can see perfectly fine. So that, at dark, that's when I'm going to bring out my body wipes. I've got my camp completely set up. Hopefully I've got a water source. I've dumped that big shamag net into that water and took myself a little bit of a bath and dropped my core temperature down. I've draped it around my shoulders and I've brought my core down. Now is when I'm going to dry off, and I'm going to put on my dry night clothes. If I've stopped sweating, that's when I'll put those on. If I have not stopped sweating because of the humidity and the temperature, I don't put those on yet. I keep on the ones I wore all day, see. And now at about an hour after dark or whatever, that's when I'm going to eat my hot meal. That's when I'm going to bring out and I'm going to do my cooking or make that boiling bag hot meal, because I'm done for the day. Now I'm going to load up, I'm going to eat, I'm going to fill myself up. It's okay if I bring my core temperature up a bit, because the environmental temperature is dropping down, see. So finally at about 9:30 or 10, I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to bed. I'm going to get my sleep until 5 or so, 5:15 in the morning, get up and do this again. The entire focus of this video is keep your core temperature down as much as possible. Drink lots of cool liquids if possible. Do not eat hot food. Do not drink hot liquids during the heat of the day. All you're doing is making it harder on your system. That is how we travel in the heat of the summer. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.